Hey Bulls, it's that time of year again. It's registration season. We're gonna be talking about your graduation requirements, registration options, and acceleration options. First, let's check out the steps for registration. Make sure to talk to your parent or guardian about what course you wanna take next year. Usually it's helpful to write down any questions or ideas they have about the courses next year. After you're done filling out your registration form, turn it in to your first period teacher, and after that, be ready to talk to your counselor. As you make your way through your high school career, you're gonna have to know your high school requirements to graduate. To earn a standard 24 credit diploma from the state of Florida, you will need to complete 4 English classes, 4 math classes including algebra and geometry, 3 science classes including biology, 3 social study credits including world history, US history, and US government, and economics. In addition to your core academic requirements, you will also need to complete the HOPE class or earn the HOPE waiver. Earn a fine art credit as well as 8 electives. To walk across the stage your senior year, you will also need to have an unweighted 2.0 GPA or higher and pass the required state assessments. If you see the word prerequisite, it means you must finish a specific course and earn a minimum grade or get a qualifying test score in that class. The prerequisites for PCHS courses are listed with the course description in the curriculum guide. Here's the request form. Make sure you have your name and contact info filled out at the top. Remember, it's 2-sided, and make sure you and your parent or guardian sign it as well. If you take a closer look at this, you'll need to choose your core academic classes. Core classes are specific to your grade level. You may need a teacher to sign off on a certain course so you can get approval. Like we mentioned earlier, make sure that you met all prerequisites for that course. If you are put into an academic core class that you didn't choose because you did not meet the requirements for, you could submit an academic appeal, which is where your parents need to contact your counselor for a registration meeting. Also note, dual enrollment classes cannot be appealed due to USF or SCF admission requirements. At PCHS, there are a ton of electives. Make sure to pick your top 6 choices. You may not get your top 3, but make sure the 6 that you pick on the request form are the ones that you'll enjoy the most. On your form, you'll see 3 sections. 1 is where it's open to anyone. 2, it's where it requires a teacher's approval or prerequisite. And 3 is an application or audition. All applications can be found online and will be provided under each course that requires an application. If you're going into your sophomore or junior year, make sure to select an individual meeting with your counselor to talk about your classes. Remember, counselors will talk with all seniors.
If you've already gotten your schedule and you're wanting to make a switch, here are the only reasons you'd be considered. If you've already earned a credit in that course, if you failed to meet the requirements for that course, if you scheduled for too many classes or courses, if there's a clerical error, or if there's a district directive to course progression. Again, be careful and mindful when making your course selections for next year. Taking a look at your acceleration options, you can choose from AP classes, AP Capstone, and dual enrollment. If you're interested in advanced placement program, there are college level classes taught here at PCHS. You will be required to take a nationwide AP exam at the end of the year. You must have teacher approval or meet the requirements. Make sure to check the school website over the summer because you may have AP assignments that are due the first day of school. When choosing your classes, make sure you do your research on the rigor of the course. Consider your extracurricular activities and other course selections to make sure you're not overwhelmed during the school year. If you're interested in the AP Capstone program, you have the opportunity to get an AP seminar or research certification, or a capstone diploma. You'll use your topics to go more in depth and master skills you might use in college or your future career. Now, this will help you stand out in your college applications and potential interviews.
Earn the Bright Future Scholarship with your AP Capstone diploma. Be sure to also meet all standard diploma requirements.
Dual enrollment at the University of South Florida Sarasota Manatee campus is offered here right at PCHS. Now, to be eligible, you must be in 10th, 11th, or 12th grade and must have a weighted GPA of 3.5 or higher. You must also meet the requirements on the SAT, the ACT, and the PERC test. Now, you can find all forms and applications in the curriculum guide on the PCHS website. Ready to head to the college campus? You can go to the State College of Florida to take college classes. You can take dual enrollment, early admission, or accelerated dual enrollment. Just like USF Sarasota Manatee, you'll have to fill out the proper applications and have a passing SAT, ACT, or PERC score. Now, you'll have to complete certain high school courses to be admitted. On that note, teachers cannot recommend you for dual enrollment. You must qualify based on the college's requirements. Sometimes a student might fail a class, but there's a policy in place for that. If you fail a class, you can't retake it at PCHS. There's also a thing called grade forgiveness if you're in a D or an F in high school. If you talk to your school counselor, you can retake the course on FLVS, also known as Florida Virtual School, to recover the credit. You can also discuss more options with your counselor. If you get a C or higher in your FLVS class, that original grade will not be calculated on your GPA, but it will end up in your transcript. Now, you may have some questions like, can I get my schedule changed before the first day of school?
No, you're gonna have to wait till schedules are handed out on the first day of school.
Can I get my schedule changed before the end of the first semester?
Unfortunately not. You're gonna have to stick with those classes for the rest of the year.
What if there's an error in my schedule?
Then you can schedule an appointment with your counselor after the first day of school to talk about your schedule.
So remember, you can find our curriculum guide and our course requirements on the PCHS website. But remember to involve your guardian and parent in this decision.
Make sure to get any signature from a teacher that is required in any core class or elective.
When you're done with your form, make sure to turn it into your teacher before the deadline.
Our counselors are willing to build the best schedule as possible for you, and individual meetings will be held.
Make good selections, and as always, go Bulls!